Good afternoon, Ovation Nation, and welcome to another Pokemon Sword and Shield discussion video. Now, I'm excited to go over this one, especially because in the last episode, what we did was go over all of the TMs and TRs that are going to be in this game. We learned that there's over 200, and we also learned of all the removed moves that are going to be in this game as well. Or, I mean, I guess that aren't going to be in this game. The removed moves that aren't going to be in this game. So if you guys didn't see that video, recommend you go do so. If you guys watch this in order, it'll make the most amount of sense. But the reason I want to do that while I'm doing these videos for you guys, so that you guys are competitively prepared for Pokemon Sword and Shield. We're going over a lot of data mined information, so please, if you guys don't want to spoil yourselves before tomorrow, don't watch this video, or at least wait until tomorrow, I guess, if you want. It's up to you. I don't know, today. But yeah, I want to go over all these. I want to like let this information be known to you guys because it is out and you can start theory crafting right now. Make some sets. Send me your sets. Actually, follow me on Twitter. Go ahead, send me tweets. My DMs are open. You could just go ahead and send me sets that you think are good, and maybe I'll include them in a video. Actually, that's a good idea. I made that up on the spot. Creative content. Today we're going to be going over all the new moves and all the Pokemon that they're on. Just see what any of them are. In case they're very good, in case they're very bad, in case they're useless, in case they make a big difference, in case they're game breaking, in case they're completely pointless. We're going to go over that today. And by new moves, I mean, you know, every new move exclusive to certain Pokemon, every new move introduced. I mean max moves, I mean G moves. We're going through it all today. This will probably be the longest video out of the ones I'm recording today. The other two were kind of short. I also have an update video. If you guys didn't see it yesterday, I uploaded it. You should go back and watch it. All these videos are going to be down below in the description. This is kind of like a Pokemon Sword and Shield hype train that we got going on. So I'll make sure to include all of these down below in the description so you guys can have an easy access to them as well. Now, let's get started. So starting off, we have a move called Appleseed, which looks to be a special 80 base power move with 10 PP, 100% accuracy. This is probably only exclusive. Let me double check this. Yeah, it's exclusive to Appleton. Okay. And also lowers a target's special defense stat. Now, does that mean 100% it lowers the special defense stat? If so, that's really good. Because if you're tanky like Appleton is, you can spam that a couple of times to get a really good hits off. Okay, next we have the Aura Wheel electric physical move with 110 base power. I was not expecting that when I saw that trailer. That's a lot, and with 10 PP on top of that. Holy crap. Is electric type with more Pico, is in full belly mode, is dark type with more Pico, is in hangry mode. So I guess it is dark electric typing, but starts off with electric. But 110 base power, and both dark and electric are stab. Guys, that's relevant. That's really relevant. Like, I don't know how I feel about that one. All right, Behemoth Bash is a steel type physical move and deals twice the damage if the target is Dynamax. So that's just a way to push down Dynamax Pokemon. That's what I like to see. We also have Behemoth Blade, which deals twice the damage if the target is Dynamax. Now, these sound like Bash is Shield and Blade is... Okay, are those just Zacian and Zamazenta? I think those are Zacian and Zamazenta. That would make a lot of sense, especially since Eternatus is like their evil guy. Those might only be exclusive to Zamazenta and Zacian. Otherwise, they would have been really good with 100 base power each and 100% accuracy. Steel type too. But now we have Body Press, which is a new move. 80%, 80 damage, physical, 100% accuracy. The higher the user's defense, the more damage it does to the target. Wait a minute. What? They're trying to like destroy tanks this game. The first move you have lowers your special defense stat every time it lands, and then this next one, it does more damage the higher your defense is. What? Okay, that's interesting. Moving on, we have Bolt Beak, which is physical. Okay, that's good. We need more physical type electric moves. If the user attacks before the target, the power of this move is doubled. What gets Bolt Beak? If the user attacks before the target. Okay, so if you go first, well, we don't know, it's just in there. Okay, so if you go first, then the damage is doubled, so it'd be 85 times 2. That's what, 170? Am I doing that math right? Yeah, 170. That's a lot of damage, especially if you could stab on it. Jesus Christ, man. All right, let's continue on. Branch Poke, 40 physical, deals damage, you get 40 people. That just seems like the Grookey signature. It's just like an early on move that you don't really do anything with. Go next to Breaking Swipe, which is a physical dragon type move. 60 damage, 100% accuracy, deals damage and lowers the attack if all targets it hits. Okay, so this is an Intimidate that deals damage. So it's a spread move, dragon type, so it can't hit fairies, but it deals damage and lowers the attacks of everybody that it hits. That's cool. It'd be cool if you compare that with an Intimidator. That'd be really cool. Imagine if Salamence got this. That'd be kind of broken. You come in Intimidate, then you go for this with your super fast speed, and you get another Intimidator up. That's just overbearingly gross. Clangorous Soul. Oh, okay, I see. This is a dragon type move that raises all stats by using some of its HP. It's just the replacement for Komo-O. This is what I was talking about in my previous videos, that Komo-O is getting a buff. They removed Komo-O's Z move, which is probably the only thing that made Komo-O relevant, but they gave him this new exclusive move where if he offers up some of his HP, all of his stats raise, which is really interesting. I'm not sure if it's that good. I mean, it's essentially just a belly drum, but weaker because it's only one stat to each thing. I don't know. I'll have to see it in action for sure. Let's move on. We have Court Change, which swaps the effects on either side of the field. Like what? Like screens? That'd be interesting if your opponent sets up screens and you just court change it and get on your side of the field. That's what I'm assuming it is. Decorate, fairy type, sharply raises the target's attack and special attack by decorating the target. So this is definitely a doubles move. And it raises the oh my god, what if Meowstic gets this? Prankster male Meowstic with decorate. You just, you know, or like a prankster user or just a really fast fairy type that just decorates your adjacent Pokemon, raises its attack to +2. That's scary. And its special attack to +2. That's really scary. I'm enjoying these moves so far. We're only at number 12 and I'm already, like, most of these are really good. Like, I'm afraid good. Alright, now we have Double Iron Bash, 60 base damage, 100 accuracy, strikes with its arms twice in a row. May also make the target flinch. Oh my god, it's a steel bone meringue that flinches? Okay, why? Why are they making such good moves? What the heck, dude? Dragon Darts, I said physical. 50 physical, 100% accuracy. In singles, it attacks twice. In doubles, it hits each target once. Okay. That's not that great. In doubles, it's spread move, and in singles, it attacks twice. So, I mean, I know that's exclusive to Dragapult. Dragapult might be just better off in singles, because that sounds a lot better in singles, because just 50 damage spread isn't that worth it. At least not in my opinion. At least not for a dragon type move, which isn't super effective against anything except dragon. Definitely doesn't seem too worth it for me. That's just my opinion. Now we have Drum Beating. I'm very excited for this one, because this is a very interesting move in my opinion, because it lowers the target's speed by 1, which means it could be definitely used well in doubles if you can just you could just choose which Pokemon on the enemy side of the field you want to slow down to make it more favorable for your adjacent Pokemon, because Rillaboom looks very strong on its own. Like, just looking at stats, Rillaboom's really good. I have a Rillaboom video coming out tomorrow. Actually, yeah, a Rillaboom set video coming out tomorrow if you guys want to check that out. Now you know. But definitely looks super cool. Drum Beating looks like an interesting ability. 80 base power is nothing to laugh at, especially when getting stabbed when Rillaboom has 120 something physical attack. And you get to lower the target speed on top of that, which means you could probably just keep whacking on the head with the drum, I guess. Continuing on, Dynamax Cannon. Deals twice the damage of the target is Dynamax. So it looks like there's a lot of ways of dealing with Dynamax Pokemon. That's what I'm noticing, at least. There's a lot of ways of dealing with them. There's some moves that do twice the amount of damage to them as normal, and you know, in and of itself, by itself, without not against a Dynamax Pokemon, that's still 100 base power special, 100% accuracy dragon type move, which is pretty darn good. You don't see that too much. Then we have Eterna Beam, which is 100. I mean, this is obviously only exclusive to Eternatus, I'm guessing, but it's 160 base power, 90% accurate. The user can't move on the next turn. It's a hyper beam. It's a dragon hyper beam, which is super cool. Then we have False Surrender, which is a new dark physical move. 80 damage, never misses. That's good. A move that never misses, just in case, you know, going against some minimized shenanigans is always nice, I guess. Vicious Rend. Oh god, what is that? Is that Barraskewda? It doesn't say. Okay, it's called Vicious Rend. Physical 85. I'm pretty sure it's Barraskewda. 85 damage, 100. So it has the same base power as Waterfall. Same typing, also physical. If the user attacks before the target, the power of this move is doubled. So it's similar to that electric move we saw before, except Bolt Beak. Yeah, okay, it's the exact same thing as Bolt Beak, but with a water type Pokemon. If this is on Barraskewda, that's really good, because Barraskewda is like disgustingly fast to the point where it's not even funny. So Barraskewda, you give Barraskewda a choice band and you give it Vicious Rend, you might be doing some disgusting damage with that Pokemon, dude. That's exciting. Okay, Grav Apple, 80 base power, physical. This also lowers the target's defense stat. So it's similar to Apple Acid, except Apple Acid special, and then this one is physical, and Apple Acid lowers special attack, and Grav Apple lowers defense. So like I said before, you keep hitting them with this move over and over, you'll eventually start chipping away their health a lot, like relevantly. Next we have Jawlock, dark physical, 80 base power, 100 accuracy. Prevents the user and target from switching out until either of them faints if either Pokemon leaves the field, or if either Pokemon leaves the field. That's different. Prevents the user from switching out until either of them faints. So you're locked in here until one of us dies. That's interesting. I'm assuming that's just Dreadnought. I'm guessing that's Dreadnought. If so, wow, that's interesting. All right, carrying on. Life Dew doubles, restores 25% of user and an ally. Oh, that's good. That's really good. 25%. That's you restore a quarter of HP of both you and your ally. That's really good. Okay, I can totally get down for that one. Nice and healers. Magic Powder is next. Changes the target to Psychic type. Okay, so just like Soak, like a Psychic Soak. That's interesting. Oh, you know what Pokemon would love to get? Oh wait, no, I don't know if that works. You know, you just pick a Pokemon with a lot of weaknesses, you just make them Psychic type. That'll fix a lot of their problems. Can you make a Tyranitar Psychic type? Because then you just get rid of that fighting weakness entirely. Which would be really good. Next we have Meteor Assault, which is fighting, 150 base power, 100% accurate, inflicts damage and then forces the user to recharge during the next turn. It's a fighting hyper beam. They have a lot of hyper beams in this game, huh? 150 base power. All right, no retreat. Status, nothing. Okay, no base power, no accuracy. Raises all of the user's stats but prevents the user from switching out or fleeing. I like that. What the heck? What if I don't want to switch out or flee? If you're in a good matchup and you have good coverage, yeah, sit there, raise all your stats while they switch out. You'll just have a super buff Pokemon and you just try to take out whatever they switch into. I'm totally down for no retreat. That sounds good. Then we have Obstruct, which enables the user to protect itself from all attacks. Direct contact harshly lowers attacker's defense stat. If chance of failing increases. Okay, so it's a protect, and this is exclusive to Obstagoon. It's a King Shield, right? It's a King Shield. King Shield did a similar thing. If you hit a King Shield, it'll lower your defense or something. It did something like that. Okay. Oh no, it lowered your attack by 2. So this will harshly lower your defense stat, which is really good because Obstagoon is totally a physical attacker. Now Octolock is next. Also has no base power. Locks the target in and prevents it from fleeing. Let me go down so you guys can see. Prevents it from fleeing. It also lowers the target's special defense and defense every single turn. Wait, what? You get to prevent a Pokemon from fleeing and lower his defense and special defense every single turn. So all you have to do is stay alive and keep hitting. and then eventually you'll wear down Pokemon. This game is meant to ruin tanks. They want to end permastall here. They added in the Galarian Rapidash with that new ability that removes poison and toxic and stuff like that. They have all these moves that lower defensive stats specifically. I think they want to get rid of tanks. Not get rid of tanks, maybe hard nerf them. Maybe they felt like tanks were a problem. That's interesting. Next we have Overdrive, special 80 base power electric move. Description: the user attacks opposing Pokemon by twanging a guitar or bass string. All right, this is definitely exclusive to Toxtricity. Yes, it is. Causing a huge echo or strong vibration, probably a sound move. Okay, so it's a new electric type sound move, which is interesting because we're gonna get into items later on. Maybe not today, actually, not today. No items. But maybe when I'm doing some set builders, we're gonna talk about new items. There's a new item that every time you use a sound move, it raises your special attack by 1. I mean, I don't know if it breaks after 1 usage, but once you use a sound move, it'll raise your special attack by 1. But that's a new move. That's a new item in the game, which is super exciting. Let's continue on. Going into Pyro Ball, which is the exclusive move to Cinderace, which is the Scorbunny evolution. A physical fire move, 120 base power, 90 accuracy, may leave with a burn. Okay, cool. Not much to say there. It's just a very strong move. It's an extra strong blaze kick. That's pretty much it. Next we have Snapchat, which is physical, 35 damage, but ensnares the target into a trap for 4 to 5 turns. It's a grass infestation, I think, which is cool. No opinions on it. It probably won't be seen competitively, I don't think, because that seems like a stalling move. Next we have Snipe Shot, which is the exclusive move to Inteleon. Special 80 damage, ignores the effects of opposing Pokemon's moves and abilities that draw in moves. So this ignores Follow Me, ignores Rage Powder, etc, etc, which is interesting because there's some instances to where you really need to hit the adjacent Pokemon, but Rage Powder just cucks you really hard. So it's nice that they're removing that in terms of this move. So that's super cool. Continuing on, we have Spirit Break, which is a physical fairy move with 100% accuracy. Wow, no more Play Rough. Well, no, they have Play Rough, but it's nice to have 100% accuracy on something in case you don't like missing Play Rough. Lowers the target special attack on top of that, which is interesting. I mean, not super special. Lowering target special attack is actually really relevant, especially if, especially since a lot of these moves, I mean, a lot of these Pokemon seem to be special attackers. At least they do to my eye. There's no way to know for sure until you look at the stats, obviously, which are out if you guys want to see. They're there, but we're not going to be going over it because we'd be here forever. Continuing on, we have Steel Beam, which is the exclusive move to Durlodon. I guess they're calling it Steel Beam. It was translated in Japan Exhaustive Beam, but I guess they're changing it to Steel Beam, which is a special 140 base power, 100% accurate Steel type move, but the user loses 50% of its HP to recoil. It's a really big give and take. I guess we have to see how strong it is on Durlodon. If not, just stick with Flash Cannon if you don't want to lose 50% of your health. I mean, that's a lot of health. That's like literally half your health. Like that puts you into one-shot range. So it's super risky. Like you have to be in a very good matchup to be able to use that move effectively. Next we have Strange Steam, which is a special 90 base power, 95% accurate move. I don't like that 5% accuracy. We're gonna miss it 100% of the time. This also may confuse the target. Okay, just a new fairy type move. Cool. Stuffed Cheeks. The user eats its health berry and sharply raises its defense stat. Ooh, that's good. I'm assuming that's for Greedent. Let's check just so we don't make assumptions. Doesn't say, but I'm assuming that's for Greedent. That's interesting because you can give yourself a special defense raising berry and then you get your sharply raised defenses on top of that. And if this is on Greedent, I think Greedent gets belly drum on top of all of that, which would be, that would be disgusting, dude. Oh my god, can you imagine how strong that Pokemon would be? I don't want to go against that. I don't want to go against that at all. Next we have Tar Shot, which lowers the target's speed stat. The target becomes weaker to fire type moves, so it adds a fire weakness to the Pokemon also. Okay. Why not? Tar Shot, that's probably Colossal's move, since Colossal's a rock fire type. So you can go for tar shot, make them weak to fire, and then go for your fire move. Okay, I guess I kind of get why it's a thing. Then we have tea time. The user has tea time with all Pokemon in battle. Each Pokemon consumes its health berry. Interesting. You could do that well in doubles, I think, if you definitely make sure to give yourself some pretty good berries. It seems like berries are having a lot of attention in this game. You have to shake berries. You have, you know, stuffed cheeks, which uses berries. Now you have this move, which uses berries. So that's interesting. I'm assuming they're going to bring all the berries back from old games, along with some new ones that we don't know of yet. But okay, that's super cool, because you could definitely make it so that, I don't know, you have an attack raising berry on one of your Pokemon, you have a special attack raising berry on one of your Pokemon, you use tea time, you break both berries, and there you go. You just have boosted stats the first turn, and then with that, you can attack with your adjacent Pokemon with the boost stats, and then, you know, go to town. Like I said, I'm always going to look at these from like a VGC standpoint. That's my VGC analysis of that move. It doesn't seem terrible. It definitely doesn't seem terrible. It's definitely gimmicky, but does not seem terrible at all. Next, we have some max moves. Now, the first max move, we have Max Airstream, which is a 90 to 140 damage. I guess it varies. Oh, it varies on physical and special too. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I guess it's good to know. Max Airstream boosts the user's speed in doubles. It also boosts the ally speed. Okay, so you get yourself a free tailwind every time you use this move, or maybe if you only use it once. Now, when you Dynamax, all the move typings that you have in your party become locked to these move typings. These are the only moves, all 18 of these. I'm assuming they're 18 because there's 18 types. All 18 of these are the only moves you can use as a Dynamax Pokemon. These are super relevant to look over, because you're gonna have to memorize these, and exactly because they all do different damage. Apparently they do different damages, they do different effects, so it's time to start writing things down. Next, we have Max Darkness, which is 100 to 130 base damage and lowers the target special defense. Straightforward. Next, Max Flare, 90 to 150. That's the strongest one we've seen so far, and also summons Harsh Sunlight. Cool. Gives us a free drought. So weather is a thing. You don't even technically need to bring a Ninetales on your team. You can just have a Dynamax fire type. That is nuts. Then we have Max Flutterby, which is Butterfree but backwards. Flutterby, which is a 90 to 140, lower the target's special attack. So we have one that lowers special defense, one that lowers special attack. Cool. Then we have Max Geyser, which you guessed it, summons the rain and is 90 to 150. Then we have Max Guard. Okay, so there's 19 of them, because Max Guard is the protect version. The Max Guard enables the user to protect themselves from all attacks. Its chance of failing increases if used in succession. Okay, so you have your protect, your standard protect. Following, we have the Max Ice, which is ice type, 90 to 140, summons hail. Okay, so all the weather moves are going to be available to use just by Dynamaxing, which is actually very cool. I think it might break the game, but I think it's useful. I think it's cool. I mean, it does open up team building a lot more now, so that's really, really good. Next, we have Max Knuckle, 70 to 100, boosts the user's attack. In doubles, it also boosts the... Ow. My god, that's so good. Why do they do that? Oh my god, man. There's so many like stat boosting, stat lowering things in this generation. We're just gonna have to keep track of all this, which I'm excited to do. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty exciting. Next, we have the Max Lightning, 90 to 140, summons Electric Terrain. Max Mindstorm, 100 to 150, summons Psychic Terrain. We both know what those things do. I'm not gonna go over it. Max Ooze, 70 to 95. That's the weakest one we've seen so far. Boosts the user's special attacks, and doubles also boost the ally special attacks. So I guess they felt like that one needed less damage for some reason, but why not? So we have something to boost attack, lowered special defense, boost special attack, lower special attack. Oh my god, there's so many things going on. Next, we have Max Overgrowth, summons Grassy Terrain, Max, and also 90 to 150. Max Phantasm, which is 90 to 130, lowers the target's defense. Interesting. Whether Ghost would lower the defense. That's a little bit different than I would expect. Max Quake, 90 to 130. Boosts the user's special defense in doubles. It also boosts the allied special defense. Dude. Max Rockfall summons the Sandstorm, 90 to 150. Max Starfall, 90 to 130. Summons Misty Terrain. Max Steel Spike, 90 to 140. Boosts the user's defense in doubles. It also boosts the allied defense. Max Strike, which is the normal type, 90 to 150 with an asterisk next to it. I don't know what that means. Lowers the target's speed. And then Max Wormwind, 90 to 150, lowers the target's attack. So I think they covered all bases. I definitely think they covered all bases, but I guess there's still more to come, because now we have GMAX moves to come over. I know this video is long. I'm trying to cut it up as much as I can to remove all the dead space in it, but you know, it's a lot of information here, guys. It's actually so much information that we have to share. Now, some of this gets cut off, sadly. Just like the last line, I'll just make sure to read it. It's not really anything important anyway. Now we have GMAX moves. Starting off, the one that I think scares me the most is GMAX Butterfreeze, which is... Actually, does it say what Pokemon they belong to? It does. My curse was over. Oh, so it does include all the new Gigantamaxes that we talked about too. Whew, that's good, because they even have moves for them. They're totally going to be in the game, guys, and I'm totally convinced on it now. GMAX Befuddle. Bug type, 70 to 150. Inflicts damage to the target and causes poison, paralysis, or sleep to all opponents. All of them. It statuses everybody. You mix that with a Hex user, broken. Not broken, but it'll be good damage and good fun. Next we have GMAX Centiferno, which is exclusive to Centiscorch, I think. Yeah, okay. Traps opponents in flames for 4 to 5 turns. That's not that good. It's just a free fire spin. Okay, that one I'm not very impressed with. Whatever. Move on with our lives. GMAX Chi Strike, which is raises the chance of critical hits. This is the one exclusive to Machamp. That's interesting. It's a free focus energy, which is really good, especially if you start especially if you get, you know, a lucky roll and you hit at 150. I guess that's what it means. Like, you could hit anywhere from 70 to 150 on all of these. So I guess I won't even mention those numbers anymore. It's 70 to 150 on every GMAX move. But okay, that's interesting. Critical hit raise. That's good. GMAX Cuddle. You inflicts damage and all opponents of the opposite gender of the user become infatuated. That's the one exclusive to Eevee. Not that good. Not that good at all, because it requires you to have an opposite gender to the opponent's Pokemon, and things that require that much RNG are just kind of not worth it in my opinion. But whatever, it exists. Then we have GMAX Depletion, reduces the PP of the last move used, so a free pressure, right? And that one's given to Duraludon. Interesting that you'd give that to Duraludon. I don't know why, but cool. GMAX Finale, inflicts damage and heals the user and its allies. This is the one exclusive to Alchemy. Very good. It deals damage and heals the users. That sounds like the perfect move to me. I'm totally down for that one. GMAX Foam Burst. This is the one exclusive to Kingler. Harshly lowers the speed of opponents. So this is like a reverse Tailwind. Instead of raising your speed, you'll lower their speed, which is arguably... I guess it's the same, really. I mean, it's not like, unless the user has Trick Room, it doesn't really matter which is which, as long as who goes first happens. But cool. I know it definitely works for Kingler, because Kingler's pretty damn slow, so you do want it to be faster than the opponent's Pokemon. Next, we have GMAX Gold Rush, inflicts damage, confuses the opponent, and scatters coins on the ground, which are picked up after battle. So this is the one exclusive to Meowth. It's just for money hoarding, so I guess it's not that great and competitive, but it's nice that it confuses the opponent. I mean, it could be good for, like, you know, air flinches, I guess. I don't know. But it's just for gold hoarding, I think. Then we have GMAX Gravitas. Changes gravity for 5 turns. Changes gravity. Who's this one given to? Is it Haturn? Orbeetle. Okay, changes gravity. Does that just mean that gravity is active for 5 turns? Like, all Pokemon are grounded? I guess that's what it means. Then we have GMAX Malodor. Oh, malodor. Like, that literally means bad smell in, like, Spanish and romantic languages. Poisons opponents. Opponents, both of them. Oh, poisons both opponents. Oh, that's good. That's a spread move. Poison is really good. What the heck? GMAX melt. Thank God. Imagine it was a spread move toxic. Next, we have GMAX meltdown, which makes the opponents incapable of using the same move twice in a row. That's an interesting effect. I think that's the one exclusive to Melmetal. We'll go look at it. Yeah, Melmetal. That's really cool. And now we have GMAX replenish, which is exclusive to Snorlax, which restores berries that have been eaten. Oh my god, you will never be able to kill this thing unless you have Unnerve. I guess Unnerve is the counter to this whole game, right? You just use Unnerve Aerodactyl if Aerodactyl's in the game, and then just sit there with Unnerve and watch everyone struggle as they're trying to eat their berries. But okay, thank God that it's not out yet. It's not in the game yet. It's just in the file saves. All right, GMAX Resonance, which is ice type, reduces the damage received for 5 turns. Reduces the damage received. You get a free double screen. Oh no, you get a free Aurora Veil. That's so good. That is so good. Who is that? Who gets that? Ice? Who gets ice? Lapras. That is so good. Oh my god. GMAX Sandblast. We have opponents are trapped in a raging sandstorm for 4 to 5 turns. So free sandstorm. Kind of boring. Sandaconda gets it, of course. I mean, I was really hoping the GMAX would make it better. It's not that impressive. GMAX Smite confuses opponents. Does the exact same thing that Meowth does with no money. Hatterene gets it. I'm a little disappointed with that one. It just confuses. That's not that great. Next we have GMAX Snooze. Lulls the target to sleep on the next into falling asleep. Wait, lull the target into falling asleep on the next turn. So it uses a yawn too. Grimmsnarl. Interesting. GMAX Steel Surge. Scatter sharp spikes around the field. Okay, so you get free entry hazards here. Who gets that one? Copperajah. Okay. GMAX Stone Surge inflicts and creates stealth rocks on the target side of the field. I think that's a lot better than spikes, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's a lot better than spikes. That one's exclusive to Dreadnought. GMAX Stun Shock. Stun Shock. Poisons or paralyzes opponents. That's going to be Toxtricity, right? Yes. That's pretty good. Poison or paralyze is actually really good. GMAX Sweetness heals the status conditions of allies. Oh, that's cool. GMAX Tartness reduces the opponent's evasiveness. That's useless. Wait, what? That's so bad. Why are both of, well, not both of those. The first one's, I guess, better. Appleton's just better than Flapple in every way. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry if you disagree with me. Sword is better than Shield, boys. Let me know down below. Then we have GMAX Terror, which is Gengar. It gives Gengar Shadow Tag again. Oh, why? Why are we giving him Shadow Tag again? It prevents opposing Pokemon from escaping. It's literally, you literally just made Mega Gengar again. You made him twice in different games and different things. GMAX Volt Crash inflicts damage and paralyzes all opponents. That's Pikachu's, right? Yeah, that's really good. Paralyzing everybody, which essentially also makes you faster than everyone too. So it's just it's a lot better than the one that I don't know which one it was. Partially lowers the speed. Foam Burst was Kingler's. This is just essentially better because paralyzing everybody is lowering their speed, and it's also giving them a chance to not hit you. Now we have GMAX Wildfire. Deals additional damage to opponents over the next 4 turns that are not, if they are not fire type. This is just the worst one. Then Centiferno, right? Deals additional damage to opponents over the next 4 turns and they're not fire type. It's just another fire spin or whatever. I'm not super keen on that one. Next we have GMAX Wind Rage, which is Corviknights. Inflicts damage and removes the effects of moves such as Reflect, Light Screen, Aura Veil, Spikes, and Electric Terrain. So it's a defog plus an attack. With that said, boys, I think this video has gone on long enough. Definitely the longest of my videos today, but it's not the last. So if you guys are excited for more Sword and Shield content, made it this far, let me know down below in the comment section with hashtag I did it. Hashtag I did it if you made it this far. But I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to check out my next video, which is going to go over all of the new abilities and hidden abilities of Pokemon in this game, because I'm excited to talk about that one. More competitive stuff coming your way. I'm Ovation.